Hello everyone, it's Justine. Today I have a video showing you a number of different cards using the Santa Lane card kit. Now this is a special limited edition card kit from Spellbinders. This card kit does not come as a regular subscription card kit, but it is a very special card kit. And it is listed as a discount price right now, and they're only a limited supply. So if you're interested in this one, I would certainly recommend picking it up soon. So I have the kit linked in the description if you're interested in purchasing it. And if you're interested in knowing everything that came in the kit, I do have an unboxing video that I put up on my channel today that shows you everything, and I kind of give my 2 cents on what I think about everything. So in the kit, it did not just come with the A2 size cards, it came with 5x7 cards. So I did make a couple 5x7 cards as well, so I will have a separate video on my 5x7 cards from the Santa Lane collection. So if you're interested in more of the 5x7 ones, definitely check out that video as you finish watching this one. But there was so much that came in this kit that I hardly even scratched the surface. And I made, I think, 9 designs on this video, but I mean, I have tons of stuff left over. And there's even some sticker packs that I didn't even open, which I'm looking at now thinking, why didn't I open them? But like I said, there's tons of stuff. So really, you can make so many cards, and I definitely recommend this kit because it is so sentiment heavy and it comes with so many different little Christmas bits and bobs, I'll say. So snowflakes, snowmen, stockings, trucks, cars, they're just adorable. So I did want to mention this paper I'm holding right now in the video is the red mirrored cardstock, and I ran that through with an embossing folder, and that's the Dimensional Diamonds embossing folder, and it's one of the 3D folders. And with the mirrored cardstock, it looks so neat in person. So if you haven't tried using embossing folders with mirrored cardstock, I would totally recommend doing it because it makes a really neat texture. So there you go. The red mirrored cardstock is part of the Color Essentials collection that just came out on the 14th of August here, so today. And there's red and green mirrored cardstock. And of course, Spellbinders has silver and gold, and you know, if you've watched any of my videos, I love the gold mirrored cardstock. So also with the Santa Lane, there's the card kit, but then there's also a sticker pack. There's a floral die cut shape pack. There's a black foam alphabet stickers, and I think that's it. So 4 things all together. So if you're looking at the kit and thinking, oh, I definitely want to add those little add-ons, like I said, everything's limited edition, and once it's gone, it is probably not coming back. So I would recommend picking those up soon. Plus, it will give you a chance to get started on your Christmas cards if you plan on making your Christmas cards yourself, which is always way more fun, but it is definitely a little bit time consuming. Anyway, I loved the way this card turned out, especially with the snowflakes. It's definitely one of my favorite Christmas cards that I've made so far. I do love some of the interactive dies that Spellbinders has out today. Those are adorable, and I have a couple videos that I've made with those, and I can't wait for you to see them. But this card that I'm working on right now is quite a simple card. It has just one simple house and then one simple sentiment. Then I chose to use 3 of those snowflake pieces that just kind of accompany the background, and with foiled paper, pattern paper like that, I just think it is so beautiful. Now, these little mirrored discs that I'm using are called smooth discs from Spellbinders. They are, again, part of the Color Essentials Embellishments collection that just came out. So they have a different colors. They have scarlet, which is, of course, a red scarlet color, silver, gold, black, and I'm using the gold quite a bit in this video. Now, this part of the video, I did just want to leave in a little bit of my process because I like to make what I call sister cards or twins, or I just call them sister cards. So they're cards that look similar but not identical. Sometimes they are pretty identical, so it's more of a twin card, but these sister cards are perfect because I get to use my materials from these kits, and I only have to make one design, or maybe one design that's pretty similar to another, and you kind of get to make more cards fast. So I have my process in here of everything. So before I got to this point, I just took my paper and I put on top of the paper in a little pile die cut pieces or chipboard embellishments that I think would look good together. So I pulled in the candy canes, the little candies, the green and red candy canes, the packages, this little joy ticket, things that I thought look really easy to put together. And because this is a card kit, there's these amazing designers that take a ton of time and figure out colors that go together, so things don't really clash. So to make things go together at home when you have your kit, it's a little easier. They're not going to throw in like lime green and forest green and split pea green. All the greens are going to look nice together. All the reds, all the blacks are going to be like the same tone and color. So it's so nice. And to make the sister cards, sometimes I add things like this set of candy canes, and I really don't love it. And I just have to kind of go with it, but I'm not going to put it on the other card because I didn't really like how it turned out. So, it'll go on another way. But something I really like doing is making these sister cards side by side and making them similar but not exactly the same. And of course, I love my little reverse tweezers and my Barely Art glue. It's fabulous. It also dries clear, so I need that because sometimes I'm a bit of a heavy hand with the glue bottle. And as if this card didn't have enough sparkle, I'm going to add some of those smooth discs to the card. Just to add a little bit of something, you know. I will post all of the cards that I make in this video at the end, some still shots of the pictures, just in case anyone was wondering. I'm not going to put them in the video this time, just to switch it up a little bit. Now, I really love layering on pattern paper, especially little scraps like that white piece there. There's no way that I could let that paper go into the garbage or the recycling because it has gold foiling on it, which is so gorgeous. So that wasn't going anywhere. And the sister card was made exactly the same. So I just did that off camera. Now, what I want to do to this card is add a little bit of sparkle. So I am adding a wink of Stella to the snowy parts of the truck and the window. And I'm also adding it over the words Christmas and joy in the sentiment, as well as over that really beautiful gold mirrored or gold foiled pattern paper. And that's my finished card. Now with this one, I love that gold paper, as you know. Now I've said it like 4 times. And I really liked the music note paper. And so I usually get a strip of paper that's a little under 2 inches, I guess, when I cut my paper down to fit on my A2 size, and I get that strip. So I cut it in half to make these 2 music note paneled paper right there, 1 and 2. And this is just a fun layout that I've been using recently with some of my cards to pull in different pattern paper and layer them up together just to give it a different look. Now this card is a lot of gold and black and white, but this little strip that I just added up into the right hand corner with that minty green is a perfect little pop of color for my card. And when I originally was deciding what to do with this card, I had that green Christmas star that is in the corner down there on the left, but like I said, I wanted to show a little bit more of my process with making these sister cards, just so maybe someone else can get even more out of a card kit by watching the video. So yes, it was in my little pile of, hey, maybe I'll use that on this card with this paper and these things, but it doesn't always make it on the card, and that's just fine. It usually just ends up back on my little tray and it goes on something else, which is perfect because then I can see it and it's not just in a little plastic baggie anymore. It's out, it's available to look at, and really I need things to be out so I can see it. If I don't see it, it's just another thing in a bag. Yes, I said bag because I'm from Minnesota and, you know, accents. Anyway, these sister cards are really fun, and it's definitely a Christmas card, but it's not red and green and kind of all over in your face Christmas. It's a little more muted, but just because it's not bright red and green doesn't mean we can't add some sparkle. So again, I'm pulling in those little discs, and if I thought about it, I would have had the gemstones from the kit out, which was probably my mistake because I have now a full package that I'm looking at and they're gorgeous. So they're gonna have to go on some other cards, but they didn't make it on any card in this video, which, well, yet. I probably could add them on now, just not on camera. Now this card, I fell in love with all these little Santa letters. They are so adorable. If you look at them, someone really took time to design these little pieces. Let me grab the card and read you some of these if you can't read it, the small print. I'll start with the little envelope that has a letter peeking out. It says, "Dear Santa, it's me. Merry Christmas again. I wanted you to know all the things that I've done really, all in caps, well this year. I've been really nice to my brother and I've helped around at home," and it just continues, but it goes underneath the little envelope so you can't read it. And then there's the notebook piece of paper that says, "Dear Santa, my name is," and then something, it's just a blank, and then "I am blank years old. This year I have been," and then there's a little option to check, "I've been naughty, I've been nice." And then it says, "For Christmas I want," and then there's space to write. So honestly, you could write in there if you really wanted, or if you have a small child in your life, maybe a child or a grandchild, a niece, a nephew, a friend who would like to fill that out. I think that would be so adorable. Plus the chipboard or the 3D stickers that are on this card, the one that I just pushed off to the top there with the letter and the mailbox and the postage little thing with the little sprig, is so cute because it adds some fun dimension to the card. Again, I used the red mirrored cardstock on the back of the pattern paper, and it really brings a nice shine to the card when you're looking at it. And the little words on this pattern paper are so cute. Like Merry Christmas, jingle, presents, gifts, tinsel, bells, hearts, jolly, fruitcake, Santa, be merry, fa la la. So fun. So I think this would be a really fun card to mail off. Also, that little tape that I just put on there is what I like to do when I have a little cluster of die cut shapes like this and I want the placement to stay the same. I will just caution you that if you use any kind of tape like this, just to be careful when you peel it off to not rip anything. And I noticed that if the die cut piece has gold foiling on it, the tape sometimes pulls it off. So again, caution, don't ruin your nice things if you don't want to take the risk. I've also heard of people using the Glad plastic wrap. Shoot, I can't think of what that's called, but it's not the typical plastic wrap, but it's the kind that's a little more foggy, if that makes sense. Low stick, I guess. But anyway, press and seal, that's what it is. Press and seal, which I just have to pick up at the store. I just haven't. But it's just an easy way to add the little pieces on together. Now, this pattern paper and these little die cut pieces of paper are just a really fun way to make a card quickly. This pattern paper I cut to have that little floral area in the bottom corner. Then the little die cut paper made the same smaller floral element on the top. And I just use this little deer. So the deer on the left is part of the 3D stickers, and the deer on the right is a chipboard sticker. So it just is a really elegant-ish looking card, and it was very quick to make this one. So if you're kind of needing to get into the mojo of making cards and you just want to make one real quick and have it be nice, I would definitely recommend making something like this. Which is again why I loved the pattern papers anytime they're like this in the Spellbinders paper packs, because they just make a really beautiful framed area for the card without having to add all sorts of things, which I do like adding all the little things and making collage cards, but not every card has to be overly collaged. Now you'll notice that I'm trimming off some of the white areas on my card bases because long story short, I have an old paper cutter. I used it, thought it was great, thought it was cutting straight. It wasn't. So, yeah. Anyway. Now this card, I really like the way that this one turns out. I started with this pattern paper that has all the music notes on it. And this card just really reminds me of one of my coworkers who organizes with her family a caroling event every year, which is just so adorable. So I pulled in the music notes chipboard element. That's the black one in the bottom corner. And then the white music notes is a die cut piece. So it just kind of all brings it together. And it has the sentiment jingle all the way. And that black chipboard piece says jingle bells. So it's just the beginning of jingle bells on the white music notes and on the black ones. So it really just ties it all together. And the little clipboard on the top says cookies or carols, cookies, and cheer, which so cute. So I made 2 of these cards. One truck is a chipboard truck and the other is a 3D sticker. I am nearly finished showing you all of my cards that I've made with this kit so far. So if you've liked any of the cards, let me know by hitting the like button on this video. And once again, if you're interested in those 5x7 cards, I will have those in a separate video. And that video will be coming out later this week. So today is the 14th of August and that video will be coming out later. So just subscribe to my channel and you'll be able to find those in your subscriptions, which is perfect and super easy. So there's also a couple other collections that are coming out from Spellbinders this month that are beyond adorable and honestly things that I wouldn't recommend anyone passing on. There's tons of things for Halloween. There's the seasonal labels, there's the Tinsel Time collection, there's the Winter Wonderland, which is basically like a card kit, but not really, but it kind of is. So there's so many things. So check out those on the Spellbinders website. I will have a link in the description to those, and there's going to be a lot of videos in August from me, so stick around and subscribe. Thank you again so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!